Yes, y'all, this is Rhyme and Reason Radio.
On 101.1 The Beat.
Ramses Ja.
My name is EzyE McVeigh.
And shout out to Rock Knowledge, who is indisposed at the moment.
Yes, sir.
And our producer, DJ Filthy Phil, behind the cameras here, making it all happen. Listen, Emerge, man.
What's up?
You know, this is a little radio show we get to do, but what it does, it gives us a voice.
Gives a little platform, right?
A little bit of a platform, yeah.
Right.
And we get to talk to the people in the Valley once a week, and we get to say our opinions.
Yes, no matter how big or small they are.
Correct.
All right.
So H&M.
Uh-oh.
They've been taking L's all week.
Yo, the double L, yo. Word.
LL. Uncool J. You know what I'm saying?
Uncool. Word.
So if you don't know, H&M came under fire for taking a picture of a little boy model. The little boy was African-American.
Right.
He was wearing a hoodie, sweatshirt, and the sweatshirt said, "Coolest monkey in the jungle," right?
Yo.
And H&M, being a Swiss company or whatever the case is, they feel like, you know, they don't really have the cultural lens through which to view something like that, so it was harmless.
At least that's their excuse.
That's what they're saying, right?
Right.
And of course, those of us who have been blessed enough to be melanated, took exception to that photograph.
Oh my God.
Little boy's not old enough to know enough to know that, hey, you know, maybe this is not a good look. So they put him in the shirt, they take picture, they cut him in check, and he's on his way.
Right.
So, you know, this whole week, everybody's been in an uproar about that. What's your take on it, Emerge?
Yo, so it's like 2, 3, 4, 5 different angles you can approach this thing from, you know what I'm saying? You got people like, well, man, where was the parents at? You know what I'm saying? Like, how could his mom let them put that joint on him, you know what I'm saying, and take the picture for the money, right?
Right.
Then you got other people like, well, why can't he wear the coolest monkey in the jungle shirt if you walk around with a Bathing Ape hoodie on, right?
Okay.
Same concept, right? But I'm saying these are the opinions of people. My opinion is this. The fact that we even have to still be talking about this kind of stuff is the problem. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're not monkeys. We're not gorillas. We're not apes. We're none of that stuff. You know what I mean? So the fact that we're even still associated with such things is the problem to me.
Okay.
So some people want to blame the mom. Some people want to blame the company. Some people want to give the comparison where I even seen somebody say, how are you going to be mad at H&M when Chief Keef song comes on and the first line of it is,
I'm a gorilla.
I'm a gorilla in the effing zoo, right? So it's like, man, you could sit this thing down and put a panel together and you could talk for 30 hours straight. But I just think that the fact that this is still in topic, period, racism is crazy. So I'm going to say this.
Okay.
For the people of the world, we are here. We're not going anywhere no time soon. We're not an endangered species. We're not going to be extinct. We're black people, and that's it.
All right.
Get over it.
All right.
Jesus.
So, I'll be honest. You know, my reaction to it was probably a little bit more pronounced.
I'm sure.
You know, they, here at the radio station, they had me contribute to the morning show's dialogue about it and of course the online discussions because for some reason they feel that I'm able to articulate my points better than the average person, and so.
Well, you are pretty Afrocentric too, so I'm pretty sure your opinion weighs heavy.
So, I'm Vanta black as they come. So you know, I'll be honest. You know, you mentioned Chief Keef. You know, Chief Keef saying I'm a gorilla in a zoo. I equate that to, you know, a black person calling another black person the N-word. It's a term of endearment and it's sort of behind closed doors. So I can say whatever I want to say about me or those who subscribe to the same culture as me.
Right.
As far as a bathing ape, a shirt like that, I think a bathing ape, that's a symbol And that's fine, you know, versus coolest monkey in the jungle, that sort of personalizes it and it makes it about the person wearing it. And I know that these are, you know, these are small nitpicky points, but I'll come back to it in just a second. So H&M, you know, I do believe that, you know, maybe they didn't know. I don't think any company that's for profit is going to make a mistake like that because they want to slide some subtle racism out into the world. Right. If they exist to turn a profit, then that's what they exist to do. That being said, you know, what they did was obviously something worth responding to, and their response to the backlash, I don't think that was I mean, if you want to come up with 100 scholarships and, you know, say, hey, we really didn't know, like come out and actually own it, then we're having that conversation. But I don't think that they've done anything that on that scale just yet to offset.
Well, I think they did like a 80% off, yeah, and it was still like ghost town.
Yeah, listen, I'm not worried about that, and that's part of the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. But here's the thing: if you view, you know, a lot of times people think that black people are extra sensitive when it comes to things like this, and my position is that, you know, we may very well be extra sensitive, and the truth is it's probably something to be expected, right? Considering everything that, you know, we endure to this day, and then obviously if you frame our history, you know, for us, you know, I was born in 1982, but I know exactly where I come from, which helps me understand where I am. And when I see things like this, I understand how the subtle implications of that can affect people like my children.
Right, exactly.
Because I educate my children. I know exactly who they are and who they are going to become. Right. So this word monkey exists in our dialogue and in our world. Historically, it was introduced by white folks to dehumanize us, to make us into like beasts of burden, so that they could sleep at night knowing that we're akin to the chickens and the cows and the other beasts that they have that exist to serve them. So if they call us monkeys and they, you know, ignorant and all these other sorts of terms that they slapped on us over the years, you know what I mean? You know, it helps them to justify the abuse and you know, all the rest of the things like that. Okay, these are a separate species, so I don't have to feel bad about them. The same way you don't feel bad when you eat chicken dinner, you know what I mean? Right. So, so for us, you know, historically, we found things like that deeply offensive. It's like the same thing as if a white man refers to me as boy. You know, they may not know, but I know. You can't call me boy. No. I'm a man, and historically, white people would call black men boy because they wanted to deny us our manhood. That word just sounds funny. It almost sounds like the N word with the ER on the end. It sounds funny. You can't call me boy. But whenever I talk on the phone with you, what up, boy? All right, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't sound so bad.
Well, it's a classic EzyE term.
Okay.
From, you know, what EzyE said. I can actually say the actual line, but EzyE said, brothers say N, we cool, but white person say N, get knocked the F up, right? Yeah. So it's like, you can't do what I do. Exactly. And no matter how bad you want to.
And the truth is there's a bond, there's a shared culture, and there's an understanding that this isn't meant to damage you psychologically. This isn't a term that exists from me to you to strike you down or anything. If anything, it's a way that we can relate to each other. Right. And so it's not meant to deny anyone else. You can certainly use the word, but your position when you use the word can't be the same as my position when I use the word. I use it as an equal, and you use it could be misconstrued as like you're trying to say that you're superior. And if that's the case, you know, that often leads to friction.
Well, that was a classic case of people trying to slide it in. They always try to slide it in. You know, they trying to find it's always a creative way of trying to put a spin on something that you know you're not supposed to be doing. Yeah, and that's my point. Like, why are we still doing this? Well, I don't care who you are, where you come from, Switzerland, Ireland, or whatever. If it's 2018,
get off it.
Stop.
Listen, I'll do you one better. So I don't even use the word. I don't use any profanity. I've just trained myself being on the radio after all these years. But I don't use the word at all. My sons are aware of it. They are the authors and the deciders of what to do with that word. I don't deny them their potential to use it if they so choose. But they understand that their dad does not use that word. There's no place for that word. I don't see I'll say it and I'll get in trouble for it, but I don't see niggas, I see kings.
Right.
And so that's something that's very important to me. And so my sons know that.
Right. Now I use it religiously.
Yeah. But
because I'm in the trap.
But listen, watch this.
Right.
But it's your right. It's your birthright. Right. You own it. You live it. If someone ever called you that word with the ER at the end and you've had to live through that, then I feel like
then I'll be calling you for bail money.
No. But I'm saying if you've heard it in your life, then you have enough of a frame of reference to understand the power that you wield with that word when you refer to a black person with it, or when you're referred to it by by someone else. I'm sorry if I lost it.
Because when I call you on the phone a lot of times.
Yeah, that's the first thing you say.
But I'll say it with the ER to you.
Yeah, man.
Because, just to get a laugh out of it because how stupid it is, right?
Right.
And I just like H&M, they tried. They tried.
Hey man, you know what? They may well have. And we've talked about this before. I like to be as positive as I can be. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that people are inherently malicious or bad or vindictive. I like to think of all men as my brothers. I like to think of all women as my sisters.
Right.
But the fact remains is that something like that, it's if people feel hurt, if people feel bothered by it, if people feel slighted by it, then they're justified. They're entitled to feel that way.
Right.
And your response should heed the gravity of the pain you've inflicted. You need to take into account that what's happening on that end is something you may never know. So you need to try to understand that and cultivate a response worthy of the pain you've inflicted.
Right.
So far, I've seen that H&M hasn't done that. I understand this is a hip hop show. I apologize if this rant has gone on too long, but hopefully these words, resonate with some people out there who have felt one way or the other way about this. And we're in the media. This is our responsibility to keep this dialogue moving forward. So.
I heard a comedian say this the other day, and I think he summed it up very well. He said everybody involved is bogus. Everybody. The parent, the company. Now, H&M is a big company. You have a marketing department. You have stylists. You have all these different people. You have photographers. You have people who do lighting. You have just countless people that have to work just for that one picture to be taken, right? You mean to tell me nobody over there thought to look at that shirt and say,
maybe we don't want to fly this one.
Hey, maybe the black kid with the monkey reference is probably not the greatest idea.
Culturally insensitive.
Culturally, that might not be cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you get that to the little shorty over there and put him
in the lion
the
shirt.
toughest tiger in the town shirt, right? And that's what the comedian was saying. His mama bogus.
You know what? His mom came out and said that she didn't see what the big deal is, which sounds like they cut her a check to say that, or she doesn't understand her history the way that people like we do. And for those of us who understand our history, who understand how we've ended up as a marginalized people in this day and age, and are committed to not allowing our sons to repeat the mistakes of our fathers. We have to bear in mind that she may not know that, so she can't speak for us. And the truth is, if H&M offends a person, they can speak to that person. They can remedy it with that person. If H&M offends a people, I don't care what person says what they want to say. You have to address the people.
You have to address the people.
In mass.
And his mom, she played chess. Point blank.
Of course
you don't see nothing wrong with it because she got a check in the beginning. She's going to get an apology check in the end. And Diddy just offered the little boy $1 million contract with Sean John as a model.
Listen.
So
look at God.
Look at God. So it's three-way checkmate. Hey, if I'm his mom, I'm like,
hey, set him up. Let him go to college.
How many more monkey shirts you got? You know what I'm talking about? If this is going to be the outcome, but we're not going to sell out for it. But I understand her position too. So it's like, just stop it.
It is what it is.
Because all these cats that are sitting up in these boardrooms making these decisions, there's a certain thing in this world called karma.
There it is.
And you have to pay your karmic debt, man.
My man.
My man.
So, this is Rhyme and Reason Radio. After all.
On the beat.
And we're coming back with Fact 135 on the turntables. Shout out to Tricky T holding us down thus far. I am Ramses Ja.
I am Emerge McVeigh.
And Filthy Phil's in the building. Shout out to Rock Knowledge. We coming back with more of this. Y'all stay tuned.
Yeah.